No, this telling the static was coming from the mic. Hey, come deal with this, bro. I have to use two of them, I can't use one. Or else you're gonna get it. One can't be on the ground, you understand? Worth doing.
Same, I know what you're doing. I don't understand. Alright. I've been possible. Your boy.
Oh boy.
You see that something on blue?
Get it fun.
Go back. And that's it.
Yeah, this needs to fix. Phone isn't charging. Who plugged out the charger? She plugged it now. Okay, you're still getting the static? Are you getting it, Dwayne? You're getting static? Turn on the fan. Alright. You could turn on that fan down there now. So he looks like he's hot.
Faucet working?
Yeah.
Alright.
Testing 1, 2.
These are all assessments.
Is this fan? Turn down the fan. Turn the fan down to the lowest one. It is? Okay. Still picking up now? Static. It's gone. Good.
Alright, these are all the assessments. Everyone I've received so far. There's someone who sent something late.
How do I see it?
That
Have you sent out the link?
I haven't sent out no. Just want to make sure it's in this quick. Hold on. Double click and then you go right there.
Where's the picture?
She never sent a picture. And I picked paragraph 1 is wait. Oh, here they are. These are the pictures.
Sir, you need to present all the pictures to me in a flat panel so I can see everybody with their name. I said to you, put it on Google Drive. Why are you giving me?
This is on Google Drive?
No, not like this. Alright, I guess I need to explain to you better. Just go back to the screen where I can see everybody. Send out the link, please. Make sure that's straight and let's get going. We're 10 minutes late.
Yeah. Hold on, why is this not open?
Cancel the call. Cancel the call.
Hold on.
Okay, let's go, please. Like we're late. That's not good. What's going? Where's the Kunda? Where is he? Where's the Kunda? Who is that? Who? No, I cannot take any calls. No. Where is Dwayne? Where? Okay, you cannot leave. Dwayne, you need to manage what's happening here now. Okay, you can't leave the set again. You sent it out? How many people we have on now? 17. Okay.
Both at once, making off. Where then you can hear it.
Okay, is that because of the mic? Hi guys, sorry about this. We just had some technical difficulties that we're trying to resolve. Do let us know in the chat group if you can't hear us or you have any issues with any of the noise. We're trying to fix the static and we get started, all right? Okay, so what are you doing about it? Okay, so do something about it. If you pull it, take it. Alright guys, so welcome to the 40-day challenge. This is 40-day challenge 1 for 21. We're running these challenges 3 times a year. Alright, on average person will lose 40,000 calories out their diet per challenge, right? And the data, the scientific evidence is showing us that the less calories you consume is the more benefits that crosses over to lifespan. So this isn't just about losing weight, this is about improving lifestyle and improving your health. So the data comes from David Sinclair, Professor David Sinclair over at Harvard University, who has a lot of studies that he's been interlinked with on lifespan and health. And the studies, most of them done on mice, show a positive correlation with reduction in calories and an increase in life and health span. So lifespan is generally how long you live, that's one, but then how long you live without disease is health span. So you don't just want to live long. You don't want to spend the last 20 years of your life knocked down by heart disease, diabetes or hypertension. You want to live those last 20 years at your best. So that's what health span is all about, is focusing on how healthy you are within the lifetime that you have. You should live to your last day as a vibrant individual. No one has to go out of this earth sick. And most of the problems that are caused, that creates sickness, is through lifestyle. So, well, a huge part. 25% of how long and how well you will live is dictated by your genetics, and 75% of how long you will live and how well you will live is dictated by your lifestyle. So this challenge is here to assist you improving your lifestyle and also letting you understand more about nutrition and what the latest data is saying. Because a lot of dietitians are still practicing from the old school data, which speaks about that all calories are the same, and all you need to do is just drop calories. All calories aren't the same. 100 calories of avocado versus 100 calories of Oreos is totally different. So I want this to be a highly interactive onboarding session. So I'm going to throw stuff out to you guys for you guys to answer questions and for us to go forward. Hey, Amari, how's it going? Loud and clear. Migs, hey, what's up? Hi, everyone. Okay, guys, I can see your comments coming in, so you can throw comments in the comment section and I'll answer. But as I said, this is an onboarding process for the Life's 40-day challenge 1 of 2020. There's 2 more to come. And if you were to take part in every single 40-day challenge that we have over the period of the year, you would on average reduce from your diet 120,000 calories per year. 120,000 calories per year you would reduce your yearly intake by. That's going to translate very well into your reducing your risks, your risk factors such as hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, all of these things. Hi, how's it going, Kareen? That's it, Kareen? Right? That's going to reduce your risks. It's all about risk factors. I mean, we spoke about cars and risk factors. Let's do an analogy. You wouldn't drive your car, or some of you would. Hi, how's it going, Adele? Some of you wouldn't drive your car around without doing a service. You wouldn't wait till your car starts smoking and your car starts making noise till you decide it's time to now repair the car. And if you're that type of individual, your chances are the type of person that's going to die from lifestyle illness with pain and discomfort that you could have done something about if you had managed your lifestyle properly. Just like taking your car into the garage before it starts to over smoke and make noise is the same thing you need to do with your body. You need to look after your body and not wait until the point that you're ill or that you have a lifestyle illness, then you start to try and change your diet. That's reactive. That's not proactive. A lot of us wait till we have diabetes and then we attempt to change the diet. And what this thing is all about is not waiting till you're ill to change how you consume calories, but understanding before you get ill what to have and when to have it. So again, just to summarize, the studies out there, the recent studies that are coming back on calories are showing us that if you positively reduce the amount of calorie intake you have, you are less likely to have illnesses, lifestyle illnesses, and you're more likely to have a greater lifespan, which is having a more efficient, effective, disease-free life at the end part or the last quarter of your life. So let's get cracking. I want to welcome you all onto the challenge. I have a selection of you here. Wenise, Tara, Tamika, Simone, Sherian, Rohan, Peter Gay, Michelle, Melissa, Lashare, Corrine, Jeanette, Donay, two Donays here, Christopher, Sherilyn, Ava White, Anne-Marie Curtis, Alric, and Alana White. So, good having you guys on board. I know there's about 6 of you who are probably trying to get hold of me now. I have to stop your call that are there. So, hi, Shelly Ann Robinson. Hi, Jay. I am a team. What is that? I'm a team. So, this is Miss Davis. Okay, message gone. All right, so the challenge, guys, Dwayne, you need to get some snippets as well, yeah? Dwayne, you need to get stops as well, about 10, 20-second stuff. I'm ready to go if you got any questions, guys, so I can pay attention to what's happening, and then I'll start explaining to you what is expected. Remember, you're creating the structure that's going to be sent out after. So the money, I don't know what you're just doing standing there. You don't have a pen or paper or anything. But we're ready to go. So the first thing is to identify what your current body fat is. Most of you on this challenge don't have access to calipers, or you're at some other point in the world. We don't expect you to measure your body fat yourself, all right? Because it's an intricate process to use calipers to do so, or to get a DEXA scan, or whatever means you're going to use to measure your body fat. What you need to know, though, is where you're currently starting. Some of you haven't sent images in. If you haven't sent images in, we're not able to identify what your body fat is. You need to send a front, back, and side image so that we can quantify where your body fat percentage is. Because this will have a large dictation on what group you'll start in. And also your gender will also have an effect. Based upon your body type, whether you're an endomorph, ectomorph, mesomorph, this kind of body type information will indicate to us your hormonal, your metabolic situation, and allow us to then make the right recommendations for how we should start the process. Because when we start the process, you're going to start dropping body fat pretty rapidly, or a lot of water weight initially, but when you start dropping water weight, we then move away to drop body fat. Because the process starts generally by the cells first dropping triglycerides. So triglycerides is fat. Triglycerides is fat within the cells, right? This is the fat, the liquid within the cell, the air sacs. When we start to reduce our caloric intake or change our food types or reduce the meal size, whatever we start to do to start a fat loss process, what happens is you start to lose triglycerides in the cells. Adrian, yes, you can come in to do the assessment. There's a small fee for you to come in and do it, but the trainers will do it for you and manage that data. So if you can't do the assessment at home, you can come in to do it if you're in Jamaica and you're close by for us to do it for you. So as I was saying, the cells start to drop triglycerides first. Then when the triglycerides start to reduce from the cells start to fill back up with water. After the cells start to fill back up with water, the cell will maintain its shape and its size. So you'll see today on the scale it may drop because the triglycerides have been reduced, and then you'll notice the cell, the weight is still the same on the scale after your shape is different when you put your clothes on. That's because the cells start to fill back up with water. Then eventually what will happen is the cells will start to seep out the water, and then the cells will start to shrink. That's when you then effectively will see changes in the scale and major changes in your appearance. So it's a process that will take the first 10 days. Initially we'll see in the first quarter substantial change in water weight, and then in the second quarter you'll get substantial change in the shape of the tissue, and in the third and last quarter that's when you probably will start to see changes in the scale and changes in your appearance. Okay, so knowing what group you're in, we have to have all your pictures. Those of you who haven't sent pictures, you have to state what group you're in. For those of you who have come late, I just want to touch back in on lifespan and health span. The data which shows that you will live a longer, healthier life if you simply reduce your calories, right? So if you reduce your calories, you will live longer. The second most important thing is that on average, each of you will take in around about 40,000 calories less on this challenge. That is why we recommend that you do this challenge at least 3 times a year. So you reduce in total by 120,000 calories per year. Any questions so far on lifespan and health span? And then we can get into the type of foods, get into the size of foods, and so on. So all of this will be followed up with documentation that comes in the group. Good evening. Okay, no problem. No problem, guys. Some of you are going to be at work. That's not a problem. We're just going to put these out, and then you can watch them at a later time if you need to get the data, and so on. Any other questions, guys, that you have so far? But I'm not seeing images for everybody here. I'm just going to go on to one of the persons here now. Right? A lot of you haven't sent images. That's the only way I'm going to be able to identify what group you're going to go into. Right? Okay. So first person in the yellow group that I have here, so females, males slightly. So Miss Davis, I need to get your images. All right. How will you get access to documentation? Once you do the assessment. Once you do the assessment at sprylive.com, we have that assessment data. So we just need you to send that information to us via the website. Very important. So Miss Davis, I'm not seeing an assessment for you, so I'm unable to place you into a group. Miss Goldburn, I'm also not seeing an assessment or any images for you. I'm seeing an assessment but no images. But based upon okay, let me just give you based upon this. If I don't have the images, I can't place you. But Tara, I'm placing you in the yellow group because I saw you last week. So I know roughly where your body fat is, but I still need the images. Miss Adams, you're in the yellow group. All right, Adams, you're in the yellow group. What's the last question that came in? So Adams, you're in the yellow group. Getting a message from Kenisha. Yeah, so Adams, you're in the yellow group. Tara, you're in the yellow group. What's the question there? Can't see that one. Error message that says what? Okay, so we'll have one of the persons from the team reach back out to you to make sure that assessment gets done. All right, so, okay, no problem. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, I'm not seeing any assessment for you. Miss McCullough, yellow group, please. All right, Miss McCullough, thanks. We've got your image here. Okay, so Miss McCullough, you're definitely in the yellow group based upon what I'm seeing here. Miss McCullough, you're there, Miss McCullough. I submitted by Esprala Shanique. She submitted. You have any images for Shanique? Takunda, you have images for Shanique? Okay, guys, bear with us. We're getting everything in. Also, we have Miss Hansen. You're in the yellow group. All right? Miss Hansen, you're in the yellow group. Miss Hansen's in the yellow group. Okay, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Rowan Stevens. You're in the green group, sir. All right. Okay. Peter Gay Henry, you've only sent us one image. We need front, back, and side. But you're in the yellow group. Okay. Yellow group. So I need more images from you, Peter Gay, Miss Henry, yeah? We need front, back, and side. Guys, if we can't identify your body fat just based upon a front shot. Because you could be storing more body fat in your front or less, okay, than you are in your back. All right, some people lose more fat in their, you can't spot reduce. So where you lose fat is not up to you. You can't do any special exercises that let you lose fat in a particular area. So it's very important we see front, back, and side. It's absolutely critical that we see front, back, and side. All right? No questions are coming in, guys. You don't have any questions. Everybody just knows what they're supposed to do. All right, so we have Miss Henry. I'm sorry, I'm looking here at... Sorry, Miss Taylor. Michelle Taylor, you're in the yellow group. All right, Miss Taylor, yellow group, please. Okay. What is that? What does that say? What's the first one?
I asked about the meal ideas.
All right, meal ideas. In terms of what do you mean, Miss Adele, Miss Winter? What exactly do you mean in terms of meal ideas? Meal ideas. What do you mean? What do you mean you want about meal ideas? I'm not understanding. Meal ideas. If you didn't submit an assessment, so I'm seeing Blink, you didn't submit we need an assessment. All right, we need an assessment to dictate the group. We can't just randomly drop you in a group. Your body fat is going to dictate exactly what happens. All right, so Karen, Takuna, just come back here for me, please. Just bring back up this info. Where is all the info? Your hands. Okay, so I have, okay, so scroll back up so I can go to the person that asked. It's Karine. Okay, Miss Gordon. Sorry, Miss Gordon, you're in the yellow group, Miss Gordon. All right, Miss Gordon. All right, so we have Miss Gordon is yellow. All right, next person after Miss Gordon, it was Bling. We need an assessment from you, please. All right. You need to come in, or you need to do the measurements and send them to us with the images. Dixon, Miss Dixon. All right, just a second. So guys, get to know each other. Another important thing about the data and science, it shows how important community is for lifestyle improvement. Human beings are wired in a way where we don't really commit and remain committed to things that involve changes for ourselves as much as committing to working with other people. So the community is very important. All right? Community is super important. here. So that's why we say the WhatsApp group is only for communication purposes. You will submit all your meal pictures onto the Healthy app for us to grade. All right, you won't send any meal pictures in the WhatsApp group. That's only for chatting and supporting and motivating each other. So that's the situation with meal ideas. So meal ideas is it's kind of hot. I mean, chicken breast and chicken breast. So if you're in the yellow group, typically what's going to happen, you will eat around your training. So if you're in the yellow group, you go into an intermittent fasting protocol. You're going to get all the information after. We didn't want to send the information that you don't understand. So as soon as this finishes, you're going to get the information. You're going to, if you're in the yellow group, you are intermittent fasting. You're doing a 16-8 intermittent fast. So you're allowed to eat for 8 hours per day, right? And you don't eat any food for 16 hours. Very basic intermittent fast. However, you're only allowed to consume starch, carbohydrate starches, only after you've exercised. If you don't exercise, you're not allowed to eat any starch. What you replace that starch is with a good fat. So let's go through a typical meal idea. So you have one protein, for example, which is chicken breast. Say you have a quarter jerk chicken, right? You have a quarter jerk chicken breast. That's your protein out the way. Then you have some cruciferous vegetables. You're not allowed to just eat lettuce and tomato. That's not what we suggest. You can eat it, but we suggest cruciferous, dark leafy vegetables. After you have your dark leafy vegetables, you then have what we call your good fats. Your good fats are avocado, right, pear, coconuts. That's raw coconut, not the jelly, the raw coconut, or nuts and seeds. That's pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, almonds. Not peanuts. Peanuts is actually a legume. It's not a nut. So that's what you then typically have. The only time you'll eat starch, for example, if you work out in the morning, you replace the good fat with a starch. And the starch would be ground provisions only. No rice, nothing like that, because we're doing an elimination process. We're eliminating all gluten that may cause hormonal issues or may cause metabolic issues. We're reducing everything so we know your body can tolerate it. The only way to confirm is to do a food sensitivity test, which is expensive. So this is the cheaper way to do it, is to do an elimination diet, and then we then reintroduce and then see where it goes from there. So Karen Gordon, you now know what group you're in. Mikhail, I'm not seeing anything for Mikhail. Takunda, where is Mikhail's information so we can place him in the group? Who else was on there that was asking about group? Shanique and Mikhail. We're not seeing anything for Shanique and Mikhail, and they're asking what group they're in. All right, just scroll back up so I can see. Scroll up a little bit more. Scroll up. So, yeah, Miss Dixon. I think I told Miss Dixon, are you ready? So we're not seeing anything from Mikhail. Dixon, what's the name there? Is Christopher? Is it Christopher? Christopher or Christian? Christopher or Christian, we're not seeing any picture for you. No images here for Christopher. All right, Mikhail, can we get something from Mikhail? Where's Mikhail? And Mikhail and Shanique. Scroll back up, please. So, Mr. or Miss Dixon, we're not seeing anything for you. All right, so the team, we're trying to get to know you guys virtually, of course. So this is a process this is why we're doing onboarding today. Right? Today is not when you start tomorrow. So we're here just interacting with each other, get to know each other, and then move forward from there. Christopher Dixon, I can't. Okay. Can you just go back just on the Mikhail? What was the last question on the Mikhail? Okay, so Mikhail, get your, the guys are checking. I know you came in to do an assessment. They're just getting the images. So breakfast or dinner. So Janelle, that's Janelle. Watson. Jeanette Watson, sorry. Yeah, Jeanette Watson. So Miss Watson, you no longer will have breakfast, lunch and dinner. You're going to move into a structured eating pattern where we're looking at meal 1, 2, 3 or 4. The problem with breakfast, lunch and dinner, it doesn't evolve or revolve around when you actually do your highest level of activity. Not everybody exercises in the morning, not everybody exercises at night, all right? So what happens is we have to eat our largest meal or our highest carbohydrate meal after exercise. So that's why exercise or movement, any type of movement, if it's yoga, if it's running, if it's walking, if it's sprinting, if it's lifting weights, whatever movement you do, generally speaking, you want to eat, you consume your starch after you've exercised. So there is no longer any breakfast. The problem with this traditional way of eating, which is what the food industry has promoted, not that I'm anti-food industry because we work with the food industry as well. It's just knowing when to eat and what to eat. The food industry wants you to consume all their goods at all the time. So the structure of breakfast, lunch and dinner came around from these large corporations who promote breakfast, lunch and dinner. They want you to eat regularly. However, what you will learn by the end of this program is that you won't really need to eat in that fashion that you've always eaten. So this is a large educational process. All right, so let's go back up. So the breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I mean, guys, traditionally you'll eat certain foods for breakfast. Side view, please. Front view. Front. Okay, Mikhail, you are definitely yellow. You're starting in the yellow, Mikhail. All right, so Mikhail, you're starting yellow. You probably will be, if you're strict, you'll get moved very quickly because you're borderline yellow-green. So as I'm saying about structure, the traditional structure of eating, which is breakfast, lunch and dinner, we're going to re-educate on that process. That process is one of the main reasons why we're eating so much ultra-processed foods. And as I said before, again, the problem with ultra-processed foods is that it puts you in a position where you keep eating. And then you go over the BMR, the basal metabolic rate, and your total daily energy expenditure. So then it puts you in a calorie surplus every single day when you need to be in a deficit if you're overweight. So when we reduce the amount of calories simply by restructuring how we eat, for example, typical breakfast will be a high carb breakfast and people aren't exercising, that's out of here. One of the things that you could look at eating in the mornings is steak and nuts, right? A high protein with good fats, or chicken breast and avocado, right? So forget fried up breakfast, forget breakfast that is cereal based. That's not going to be what we're promoting on this program, because that's what the high income part of the food industry promotes. But that's not what we're doing. All right, where we picked up with the questions now. Anything for Pinnock? I'm not seeing any. Yes, Donate Pinnock, sorry. Miss Pinnock, bear with us. So guys, get to know each other. Okay, Miss Pinnock, you're in yellow group as well. All right, Miss Pinnock, so nice to meet you, Miss Pinnock. You're in the yellow group. Okay. That's, what's the person's name? Wallace. What's Wanless? Okay, Mr. Wanless. Give me a second here. Okay, Mr. Wanless. You're in the green group. You're in the green group, Mr. Walness. You're in the green group. All right, you're in the green group. Okay, so you're starting green. Understood? Mr. Wellness, you're starting green. That's the only green group we have at the moment. Everybody else is yellow. Also, Mr. Wellness, you have a major shift in your right hip. Okay, we need to look at that. You got an imbalance in that left side. However, that's something we can speak about. So guys, I'm a functional nutritionist, so a lot of my data really comes back into blood as well. If I find some of you are not losing weight for any reason, we will then go through our doctors here, or if you want to go to the lab that we work with, you don't need to see a doctor. We send you to do blood tests. So we can see where your insulin is, we can see where your lipid is, which is your HDL, your LDL. We can also see where your triglycerides is. We can see where your cortisol is, because if you're highly stressed, which could link to poor sleep, you may not end up losing any weight. So I will overview everybody and see how your progress is going. But blood markers, health markers are another way to really check in what's happening. All right. So Mr. Walness is done. Yes, I have Mr. Walness. I've done him. Who else is there? Miss Adams, can I use pink salt? Yes, you can. Let's just leave the argument there. We're not going to go in deeply about pink salt. Michelle Taylor, what's Miss Taylor's question? Miss Taylor, Taylor, not Michelle Taylor, is it? All right, Michelle Taylor. You're in. We spoke about Miss Taylor already. She's in the yellow group. All right, Miss Taylor is in the yellow group. Can you just check off these things? Somebody list off these things and put these groups next to names. All right. Someone in your team, please do this. Not every person can do the same thing. Miss Thompson. Miss Thompson, I'm not seeing you here. Have we got anything in the back end for Miss Thompson, please? Okay. James. We've got anything for James? Okay, James. James, you're yellow as well to start with, James. It's James yellow, please. Watson, that's Michelle Watson. I think I've given some of these already. Jeanette Watson, that's Jeanette Watson again, or are we getting the same question coming back? Miss Watson, you're in the yellow group. All right. Yellow group, Miss Watson. Okay, we got a lot of yellow group starters. Is there anybody else that I've not? Miss Robinson, what's Miss Robinson's question?
Can you look at my question and see what you have for me and what to do?
Miss Robinson. All right, Miss Robinson. You are yellow, Miss Robinson. Yellow. And if you have any recent blood data, Miss Robinson, would like to talk about it too. But yeah, high levels potentially of cortisol. Anyway, come back to that. So guys, hormones, those of you who know, hormones can majorly affect how your fat loss process goes. Because your body, believe it or not, doesn't just store fat anywhere it feels like. It stores fat because of what the hormones tell it. Hormones are chemical signalers. Your exercise, your sleep, and your nutrition can change your hormonal profile. So persons who store a lot of weight here is because of high levels of cortisol, versus somebody who store a lot of weight up here, this versus here, that's insulin. All right, so these areas can point to a certain thing. So we can look and see how you distribute weight. Not everybody distributes weight the same, which indicates what's happening to your hormones. So I may say things to you guys from time to time. Shanique, can we get a group for Shanique, please? I'm not seeing anything. Miss Thompson. All right, we're gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes, guys. Started late, but then we'll then send out a list of names. Miss Thompson, we're not seeing anything for Miss Thompson. So Takunda and Reverend, can you check that, please? So guys, just bear with us if we didn't get any images, or images were submitted and they haven't been downloaded to the chart that I have just yet. We're going to be doing that. We're working all evening to do that. Spencer. Spencer? Is that Spencer? Is that Spencer? That. Yeah, we're not seeing anything here for a Spencer. That's it. Okay. All right, Miss Robinson. All blood work is good, but stress level, okay, is definitely high. Right. So CRP, ESR, or CRP, ESR, what other marker? Cortisol. So those three markers for stress. So those levels are elevated for a reason. It could be because of your sleep. I'm wearing a whoop strap. I recommend persons, if you can invest in a whoop strap, they're like 30 US. They actually manage your sleep, because a lot of you are disrupted every night and you don't even realize it. And if you're disrupted every night without realizing, you don't get into REM sleep. So all this effort you're going to make for eating properly and exercising, you probably won't lose any weight. And then you're going to be very annoyed. So a lot of people quantify their sleep by how much time they spend in bed. Unfortunately, how much time you spend in bed versus how much time you actually get in deep sleep has a major impact on your stress level. All right, guys, we've got 3 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I came in yesterday and did mine. Okay, guys, don't worry. If you came in and did it, what I will do, I'll be probably calling some of you later on this evening, or sending you messages and so on, just to confirm everybody's groups and so on. We just want to open up community, as we said, a part of this challenge, even though it's virtual. Studies have shown that we get better results when there's a community behind the whole thing. Human beings work better in communities than they do as individuals. So we want everybody to meet each other virtually, speak to each other. No, Wednesday is the date, the last date to sign up. Everybody has until Wednesday to sign up. But Miss Robinson, that blood work, don't misconstrue the data with normal. What the problem is with normal, okay, which one is this? All right, Miss Samuels, you're definitely in yellow. All right, yellow, Miss Samuels. The problem is with normal blood data, if you are 200, all right, say for example, the normal range is 200 to 500, right? If you got 202, you would still be classed as normal. However, remember when I said when we started this live is, don't wait for your car to start smoking and breaking down before you get it serviced. If you're 202 and 200 is the bottom of normal, don't wait till you get to 198 before you decide you're going to do something about these ranges. Unfortunately, just general practitioners will just look at normal range. We look at optimal ranges. So we work with 2 doctors here at Sprine. We always look at optimal. Optimal may be 400 to 500. So anything below 400, we have a problem with it. Right? So that's the problem with normal blood reading. If your doctor tells you everything is fine and everything is normal, chances are it may not be optimal. And the next issue we have is doctors actually aren't trained in nutrition, and some doctors don't go so deep in optimal health markers. They stop just in normal ranges, and they can't diagnose outside of that. So then you have a problem. Your car starts to give problems, but it's not till it breaks down that the information will be relayed to you that you need to change so and so. All right, so guys, I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to take one last question. But remember, there's a live again tomorrow. Yeah, there's a live again tomorrow, and there's one, I think, on Tuesday as well. There's 2 more lives to help you guys get nestled into your new lifestyle for the next 40 days. Anything else coming that I didn't answer? Has anybody said anything on there? All right, Spencer, okay. Anything that's just resubmitted, the guys are now working on the back end to get the information off. So all I want you to do is just listen out for an accountability call that will come to you by the end of the day to place you in a group and so on. The Grocery Life is posted. We'll send the link into the group. All right. Sign up if you've got friends and family that could benefit from this. They have until Wednesday to sign up, guys. All right. So share the information, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. And tomorrow is the first exercise day. So even if you're training at another gym or working out somewhere else, we have 3 live sessions on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 6 p.m. live on the platform, which you get access to for free. All right, it's all a part of the membership that you have. You can do the workouts as well, because it's not about just workouts. It's also working muscles on people that may be weak, which are generally your glutes and your upper back. So those workouts are centered around that, so you don't get pain and discomfort halfway into the program because your smaller muscles, which you need, are weak. So we're going to stop there. All right, thanks guys for joining me on this live. I'm happy to meet all of you. And who I haven't spoken to yet, we'll talk by tomorrow, tonight, into Tuesday. And the team, there's Takunda, there's Dwayne, who else is there? Damani, and Matthew, and Graham, myself. There's 6 of us in the team that are in our working hours, are there to help you. So you may not get a response at 11 p.m. But we're here to help you. So any questions you have, just send it out to us in the group, and we'll then come back to you. But send it in the group, guys. Why? Because it's community-based. We want people to see other issues that other people have, so they see the answers, so that they can then may do it for themselves, or they never thought about it. So we try to keep everything in the community. All right. Switch it off then for me, Takundo, please. All right. Stop. We're off.